Hey folks, it's me again. Today we're gonna be finally talking about the new monkey knowledge update. The thing that will make each individual tower just a tad more powerful than what it normally is. And by a tad, I mean a lot if you want to get the level ups. Oh, and also they're having a sale right now where you can buy a whole bunch for some Ninja Kiwi coins. I was actually considering filming myself opening these packs, but honestly, when I was opening them, I didn't really find them to be anything special. I mean, maybe if they do another sale in the future, I might do it. Or if they have a sale where they do the rare ancient pack, then okay, I'm definitely doing a video with that because those are fun to open. These are eh, kind of to open. The ancient packs are great though. Yeah, with that, I'm like chances are I'm probably just gonna just give a quick overview on each of the monkey knowledge, talk about the ones that I find to really matter or they just really stick out. And then I'm going to talk about the ones that I'm personally interested in and the ones that I really want. So let's get started. The Dart Monkey. Let's see, base costs and all upgrades cost 3% cheaper. Well, I mean, the Dart Monkey's kind of cheap in general, but I'm down for anything that makes things cheaper. 5% attack speed. Okay, that's actually pretty nice for like triple darts and stuff like that. More free Dart Monkey. Okay, the additional free Dart Monkey is pretty nice. Just simply because it's nice having free stuff, honestly. 10% increased pierce. Well, I think it can actually be pretty useful for triple darts and the spike pult and stuff like that. Increased range. No, that's actually pretty nice because you can place them in better spots and they can still hit everything. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I only see this one being like in the early game, all this stuff would be extremely useful. It's just by the time you would have most of these upgrades, chances are you're not going to be in the late game anymore, so it's not really super useful. But I don't know, maybe if they release like a third city, you'll probably get some legitimate use out of it. I would love to have a third city, but that's unfortunately a what if. Alright, the boomerang. Same as the Dart Monkey, it's cheaper. Well, for the third tier upgrades, that's actually pretty nice. Increase attack speed, I can see that being really nice for the bionic boomerang. Increase projectile speed. This I can actually like for the glaive ricochet, because I think that means it'll go through all the balloons faster, which is always nice. Larger boomerang hit area. I guess it just has like a bigger hitbox or something. Increased damage to Moab balloons. Well, that is kind of one of the problems that the boomerang had, is that it can't really do much to the blimps. I mean, 30% at most is only going to do so much, but it's nice nonetheless. Like, actually, I wonder if that would make the glaive ward really good for them. I don't know, that might be worth looking into. But yeah, like the Dart Monkey, most of these aren't really going to be useful in the late game, mostly like early to mid game tiles. But I mean, I guess you could use the late game. It's just I wouldn't recommend using them late game. That's just me. Oh, bomb tower. Oh, okay, now we get to the good stuff. Bigger bombs cost 100 less than normal. Okay, this is pretty nice because it means I can get my Moab ballers up a lot sooner than usual. Because when you're buying a whole bunch of bomb towers, that extra 100 makes a huge difference. Increase projectile speed. Hey, if it hits the balloons fast, I'm down with it. 5% footprint reduction. That is so nice because for anyone who likes to use bomb towers like crazy, like cramming them all in at once, like in just one spot so that way they for maximum damage, this makes cramming them a lot more easier. And on some maps where space is limited, this is just huge. And then you can increase by additional 5% for every 5 levels after that, which is so nice. Level 4 though, honestly, this is the one that kind of disappoints me. I guess the one pierce could be nice for the frag bombs, but okay, I don't see how the plus one pierce helps out the cluster bombs so much. I mean, each bomb in the cluster bombs has like 40 pierce, so I mean, it's just like, how's an additional pierce going to make a difference, really? But, hey, I mean, I could be wrong, but just out of all of these, I find the pierce one to not be that good. Oh, but the fifth one, though, this is arguably one of the best ones. Every third shot pops black zebra balloons, and every 5 levels after that makes it pop the black zebras more often. This gives cluster bombs a ridiculously huge buff, because the one thing that stops it from like dominating the early rounds is the fact that it can't do anything to black and zebra balloons. But now that that restriction's out of the way, I'm gonna be abusing the crap out of cluster bombs, because freaking insane. So basically, I find this one to be great all around, early game, mid game, late game. I mean, it's gonna be good no matter what. Okay, it's pretty clear that this is my favorite tower, so I have a huge bias, but you can also believe me when I say that it is good. Really good. Alright, tack shooter. Increase attack speed. Yeah, that's pretty nice for like the Ring of Fire. Blue shooter costs 100 less. Well, I mean, I prefer the Ring of Fire, but just having that price decrease is nice to have. Plus, you're going for the Blade of Maelstrom, you can get it for cheaper, because you know the upgrade before it's cheaper, so you can get it faster. And the next few just have increased pierce buffs, which I guess for like the tack sprayer and stuff like that, that's actually pretty nice. So I'm just gonna ignore those. Base price can go up to 45% cheaper. That's huge. I mean, that's like nearly half the usual price, and if you do it on the hill tile maps where the towers are even cheaper, I mean, you're gonna be able to spam these like crazy. So yeah, I mean, I think this one's actually like a pretty solid all around. I mean, the piers I don't find to be super useful, but maybe someone will prove me wrong. I always look forward to people doing that. I'm gonna straight up say I don't find Sniper Monkey to be a great tower in this game in general. So I mean, the monkey knowledge upgrades on it in general do help it out, but honestly, outside of contested territory, I'll probably never touch these things. But having them cheaper is nice. Increased attack speed, always appreciated. And all the shots pop additional layers. Much element is nice, but it's just, I don't know, I mean, it's only going to help so much towards balloons and stuff, and with how dense the balloons can be, it's not really so much about doing a lot of damage to one balloon, it's about doing a lot of damage to multiple balloons. And full metal jacket costing less. Then I can actually say being pretty useful for early game, because I mean, as much as I knock on the Sniper Monkey, it's actually pretty decent early game, so I mean, these buffs would definitely be huge for it then. But late game, I probably wouldn't recommend using it. Oh, the Ninja Monkey. Oh, this one's great. Boosted range, always great. It stacks up nicely with the Ninja Discipline, which also further increases its range. 25 increased projectile lifespan, so that way it'll travel across the map further, which is good for additional popping balloons with the Seeking Shuriken upgrade. Pierce increased by 1. For the Balloon Jitsu upgrade, that is awesome, because each Shuriken increases Pierce by 1, so the Balloon Jitsu upgrade basically gives it an additional 5 Pierce, which is, man, I mean, I've used it, it's nice. Flash Bomb cost reduced by 15%. Well, I mean, I don't really use the Flash Bomb that often, so it doesn't matter to me. But if you're trying to get the upgrade after that, the Sabotage Supply Lines, which is a really awesome upgrade, then this will actually be pretty nice. I mean, the upgrade itself is alright, it's just between that and the other upgrade path, I'm probably going to choose the other upgrade path first. I mean, it's not so much I'm not choosing it because it's bad, I'm just choosing it because Blujitsu I find to be more effective for blimps and stuff like that. And level 5, Blujitsu throws additional shurikens, which is just ridiculous, because I mean, 5 is crazy, I know, being able to throw an extra one, I mean, that's just going to jack up the damage output like crazy, especially when you add in the additional Pierce. I mean, that's just, holy crap. And then the ones after that, 7 every second throw, and then a guaranteed 7 per throw, I mean, and then factor in the other upgrades like additional Pierce, I mean, this thing is, man, it's going to be like one of the best ones for, just regular tiles, because it'll basically guaranteed it'll destroy those early Moabs like it's nothing. Oh, and also I'm going to be alternating between Moab and blimps a lot. I honestly don't know why I'd do that, but I do. Sorry if that bothers anyone. Oh, Ice Monkey. This one is pretty cool. Okay, that was. There's a pun in there, and that was terrible. I apologize to anyone. Cheaper base price, always great to have, because you know you can just spam more than that easily. Okay, I don't get how the pierce helps the ice monkey, because it already has unlimited pierce, or I'm pretty sure it does. I think it affects ice shards? Maybe? I don't know, don't quote me on that, man. But yeah, I mean, the pierce one I just don't find to be useful. But that's just me, I could be wrong. Permafrost, okay, this one's awesome. I mean, seriously, permafrost is already good enough as it is, but being able to slow it down even more after freezing, I mean, that's just ridiculous. Boosted Arctic wind radius. Oh, that is. Well, that's pretty nice. I mean, Arctic wind already has pretty solid range in general, but you know, I never deny having more. And let's see, 10. Plus 1 damage for snap freezes rainbows. Oh, that's pretty nice actually, because you can spam a whole bunch of ice towers and you can pop those ceramic balloons a lot faster. But the upgrade that like makes this thing so that's just gonna make this thing stupidly powerful. It's its level 15. Snap freeze can pop white and zebra balloons. Man, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, seriously, with that, you can basically destroy anything that isn't a Moab. I mean, that's just... Man, that's just going to tear apart contested territory in regular games. I mean, that's just terrifying. So, yeah, Ice Monkey, very, very good. All around. Apprentice. Funny enough, I actually used this tower a lot in my first city, even though like the tower itself isn't anything amazing. Let's see, base attack cooldown reduced. Oh yeah, it'll be attacking faster, that's nice. And it also increases the fireball cooldown. The pierce increase on the whirlwind actually. Oh, that's actually kind of nice, because it does actually have a decently noticeable pierce cap, so being able to boost it by a little bit is nice. Ooh, this is a nice one. 50% chance that Regal blows hit by lightning are stripped of the Regal property. This would actually make lightning spam pretty effective. It's just, I mean, the problem is lightning spam is kind of expensive, so unless you're doing it on like the volcano map, it's going to be a bit expensive to pull off. And even then, you probably wouldn't want to spam too much lightning because it's not very effective towards Moabs, and those are pretty common in the late game tiles. So basically, this upgrade would be pretty tight for the early and mid game, though. I definitely. And the last one makes the Phoenix ability last longer. I mean, I actually like the ability. It's pretty useful. It's just not as useful as other things, but having it last longer, though, is pretty nice. Ooh, the Super Monkey. Base attack and range increased by 5%. Man, people didn't like this in Bloodstar Defense 5. Why did they do it here? The main problem being that temples absorb everything within its range, so boosting that range even further makes it more difficult to place temples in the radius. But I will say you can only make 6 temples in this game, so the base attack range isn't as big of a deal as compared to Bloodstar Defense 5, where you can just place temples everywhere, so I don't think it's as big of a deal in this game, but yeah. Now, the next two, reducing upgrades by a certain amount, is pretty nice, simply because, you know, Super Monkey's really expensive, so being able to decrease the price of stuff by a good amount is nice. Especially the Sun God, because I love using that in this game, actually, whenever the Spectre isn't available, so that's nice. Cooldown Annihilation ability reduced. I'll be honest with you, I think the Annihilation ability kind of sucks. Like, Ground Zero, I find to be more effective than it. Like, Annihilation's only, like, barely better than it in some situations, but yeah, I don't really find this one to be super useful. This one, though, is pretty nice. The temple uses more worth of each contributing monkey, and because, you know, you have limited towers in this game, this can actually allow you more efficient use of placing towers, so that way you can still get the max power from a temple, but you'll still have more towers to spare because it'll be using more worth of each monkey. So that's actually pretty big for contested territory. Alright, the Mortar. Cheaper upgrades all around, that's great. Attack speed increased by 5%. Oh, alright, that's always great. Signal flare removes regrow off up to 3 balloons. That's actually pretty nice because, you know, then at that point it's kind of like the cleansing foam upgrade on the engineer, but it's more mobile, or like you can just place it wherever you want. So that's actually pretty nice. Burning stuff burns for plus 1 second. Okay, something I should talk about with the burning stuff upgrade. A while back, when it was like something happened a while back where it wasn't popping 3 times for every 6 seconds because the description said it pops every 2 seconds for 6 seconds, so it should have popped 3, but then randomly after an update it only started popping 2 times instead of the usual 3, which, and because of a lot of people's strategies relying on that mortar, you know, that's actually a really huge impact to their strategies. But however, though, in this update, though, the description actually changed from 2 seconds to every 6 seconds to just the effects lasting to 6 seconds. Like, it doesn't bring up the 2 seconds at all. So I mean, honestly, now that I think back to it, I'm not sure if that was actually a bug, but more like an intentional nerf. But they forgot to change the description to compensate for that. So, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, when I was looking at the burning stuff upgrade, it brought me back to that. But yeah, having the burning stuff increase for additional seconds is nice, though, so that way it can offset the fact that it only pops 2 times now. It can do it additional times. Oh, the big one having additional. I'm assuming this means additional layers. I mean, if it's just plus 1 pierce, that'd be kind of useless on it, to be honest. But yeah, if it's additional layer damage, then, you know, okay, that's pretty awesome, because the max upgrade means it'll be able to go through 8 layers instead of 5, which is pretty nice. The Dartling gun. I talked about in a previous video about how I'm not really a huge fan of this tower. Like, I didn't use it a lot when I first started playing this game, but that's also because it kind of sucked at the game, and with how difficult it was at the time, I didn't really have too many other options. It's not about tower or anything, it's just I just don't really enjoy using it. So, decreased spread, that's actually pretty nice if you're planning on spamming lower level Dartlings, because the spread on it before you get the upgrades on it is pretty crazy. Traditional Pierce is also nice for lower level Dartlings, because if you combine the decreased spread and increased Pierce, you can basically just effectively spam a bunch of 0-0s for good results, which is actually pretty cool. And base cost and upgrades. Yeah. Anything cheaper is always appreciated in my book. I don't really have much to say there. Increased attack speed, save for the upgrades. Increased attack speed is always fantastic. Bleeding to plutonium does cost less. That's actually pretty nice. I mean, normally whenever I use Dartlings, I only get 1 plutonium darts, because that's all I really need. But having it cost less is always nice. So, you know, no complaints there. So, I mean, I think this one's actually just really solid overall. It's just, I don't really like using Dartling guns. But for people who do use it, though, you know, this is going to be pretty useful for them. Oh, the spike factor. Oh, here's another good one. Like, one of my favorites. Additional spike piles. Like, I love using the 0-0 spike factory a lot, so those additional spikes is going to give me better security. 3% cheaper upgrades, and base cost always nice. So that way, whenever I do upgrade, it'll be nice. Oh, this one. Oh, this one's going to be big for contested territory, because it's got to do huge additional damage to MOA class balloons. And the max one is more than 50%, 60% damage. I mean, holy crap. I mean, late game balloons aren't going to stand a chance against this thing. Spike balls deal 3 plus damage to ceramics. I'm assuming that also applies to spiked mines, or at least I hope it does. But yeah, additional damage to ceramics. That's actually pretty nice, because I do use the spike ball and spiked mines upgrades sometimes in the regular tiles, mostly on the volcano ones and whatnot. Spectral cooldown decreased by 5 seconds. Oh, this is another great one, because I love using the Spike Storm in late game contested territory, because the DDTs go so fast, like, you need something to stop them at the start of the rounds before your main spike factories start to build up, so being able to send these out more often is really nice. Alright, the Monkey A is one of my other favorite towers in this game. Cheaper base cost, always appreciated. Boost to Pierce. Yeah, that's pretty nice for like the Nevamis upgrade and whatnot. Increased attack speed, great for Spectre. I'm totally down for that. Pineapples are dropped. I never found the pineapple upgrade to be useful anyway, so I'm indifferent to it. The last one though. Cheaper Spectre. Now that's what I want. Because Spectre is one of my favorite upgrades to use. It's great for cleanup and it's just really solid overall. So being able to get it significantly sooner, you know, max upgrade makes it cost 3,500 less. I mean, that's huge. I love it. Oh, the glue gunner. Let me go off on a tangent here and complain that why doesn't any of this stuff affect the blue liquefier upgrade? I mean, seriously. I mean, all of this increases mostly like all the right side upgrades. And the right side upgrades are fine as they are. I mean, give us a little something to buff the blue and liquefier, like make it damage Moabs or something like that. I mean, I'm not complaining about any of these upgrades. I'm just complaining about the lack of stuff that boosts the left side upgrades on the glue gunner. Anyway, with that out of the way. Yeah, cheaper base upgrades. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is basically just cheaper upgrades, which is nice. But the last two, like having it hit additional balloons, which is definitely nice. Having it slow even further, which is also appreciated. So yeah, that's pretty solid. Ooh, Buccaneer. Oh, here's a good one. Cheaper upgrades, nothing to say there. Additional Grapefruit Grape Shot. I mean, Grape Shot is a fantastic upgrade on the Buccaneer. This just jacks up its damage output to crazy amounts. Increased attack speed, complements nicely with the Grape Shot and all the other general upgrades. Cheaper Monkey Pirates. I do actually use this upgrade quite a bit in regular tiles, so that's actually pretty useful. Longer cannons give extra range. Well, that's actually pretty nice for some of the water maps, or just maps where Buccaneers are allowed, so that way you'll basically guarantee that it's going to hit at a lot of places. So, you know, that's nice. Ooh, the Monkey Village. Ooh, an additional discount price. That's pretty nice. Increase influence radius. I think that applies to the upgrade that increases the range of towers. Or like just whenever you do an upgrade that increases the general village's range. I mean, I'm not entirely sure which one it is, but I don't know, either way, I'm down with it, so you know, that's great. Jungle drums give increased attack speed, like even further increase from 50%. That's nice. This one is, well, honestly, I prefer to use the Monkey Intelligence Bureau, so I mean, this one ain't really too useful for me, but hey, that's just me, right? Cold arms duration increased by 1 second. Right, that's actually pretty nice, because CTA is a great upgrade for contested territory, and having it last longer is definitely nice. So, you know, yeah, but overall, this one is just really solid. The only one I'm not really a fan of is the Monkey Town boost, because it's nice, but with my strategy, though, it's not very useful. But I have seen other people use it, so I imagine that'll be very nice for them, so, you know, that's great. Oh, Banana Farm. Another one of my favorites. Okay, honestly, anything that involves making the banana farms cheaper is just ridiculously good, because the sooner you get the farms, the sooner you can get crap tons of money. Increasing the cash from each banana by even just one does make a lot of difference, especially when it gets increased to 3. I mean, I could do some math, but I'm kind of lazy, but just take my word for it, it does help. But the one that helps even more than this, though, is Banana Plantation giving an extra banana per round, basically. And it goes up to 3, which, okay, now that's huge, if I may say. The interest from banks, I'll be honest with you, this one's kind of I mean, it's nice that they do give the bank some attention, which is appreciated. But I don't know. I mean, I just don't view 3% being a huge difference. But who knows? It might. But the one I like though is player cash balance at end of round increased by 2% interest when player has a monkey bank. So like, I think the way it works is like, let's say I have like $10,000. It'll like for my main cash on the top right over here. That'll increase by 2% when I have a monkey bank. I'm not sure if that stacks. Like if I have more monkey banks, it'll go up by an additional 2% per. But I mean, if it did, that'd be crazy good. But for contested territory, not for regular tiles, that wouldn't be very useful there. But in contested territory, that'd be ridiculous. At least that's if that's how it works. It could just be an additional 2% increase from bank interest, maybe. No, it doesn't sound like it. I think it's what I originally said, but I don't know if I'm wrong. Someone could correct me in the comment section. Ooh, the engineer. Base cheap. I talked about that. That's great. Sentry range increased. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I don't rely on the sentries, but that's nice. Sentries can see camo bullets. That's also pretty nice. Ooh. Okay, I talked about how I love using cleansing foam in other videos, so having it send out the cleansing foam more often is great. Overclock and balloon trap. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the 4th tier on the engineer. I mean, I like overclock. That's a great skill for contested territory, but that's like, I don't really need the 10% cost reduction for that there, because, I'm making so much cash then. And balloon trap, I'm gonna be blunt, it kind of sucks in this game. I mean, it's apparently stupidly powerful in the mobile version, but it sucks here. So yeah, I don't know what to say there. Okay, now these aren't towers per se, but these give huge boosts to the towers, and this makes the general gameplay so much easier. Like balloon sabotage. All the upgrades do is just make them move slower and have less health per upgrade, which is like the first two aren't. You're probably not gonna notice too big of a difference. But when you get to like around here, where it's like reducing their health by 1/5 of the usual, making them slow down to like 20% of their usual speed. I mean, now that's, oh, you're gonna be noticing a huge difference in how easy they are to take down. I mean, not to mention it's gonna be crazy for contested territory. I mean, like this is gonna give someone a huge advantage over someone else who doesn't have these upgrades. To the point where it's almost kind of unfair, really. So, I'm going to enjoy doing that to all the other chums who don't have these upgrades, because during the summer, I'm going to play the crap out of this game and get level 15 on everything. And I think I can do it. It's just going to take a lot of time and dedication. A lot. Ooh, now Monkey Tycoon makes everything cost cheaper. That's all I like to know. That is great. Selling monkeys returns 85 whole additional % of value in general, which is also amazing, because one thing I love doing it, some tiles is getting like one farm early on, so having the sellback value increase on that is pretty awesome. Or if I just want to sell towers in general. Further increase Monkey Village discount, which will stack with the other Monkey Village. Monkey Knowledge is also pretty amazing, so, that's awesome. And the last one makes banana farms give even bigger amounts of cash. Like, holy crap. I mean, this thing is just, you're going to be making bank once you get a lot of these upgrades, really. I mean, that's just fantastic. Activate ability, this is going to be a game breaker for contested territory, I can already tell. They're making all cooldowns, have their cooldowns reduced by additional percentages, which is great. Having them grant bonuses. Actually, I'll talk more about that in a second. Having an ability grants additional Peters for 10 seconds. Well, actually, the Cuddly Baron Camo does count as abilities in the regular tiles, so using those could actually give a nice little boost to them. So now that's actually pretty nice. Last one gives additional percentage attack speed. Now that's gonna be nice for contested territory, because then you can stack it with the overclocked and call to arms. You can just have to rip apart everything. Anyway, back to these. This one isn't too bad. This one, where it stuns balloons, I'm actually not sure what to say on this one, but this one, being able to grant bonus cash whenever you use it. This, I can see being abused somehow, some way in certain contested territories. Actually, if I get to that level, I might see if I could try and, like, exploit that ability somehow. I mean, with ice and stuff like that, it'll probably be more than doable, but I mean, it's something to think about, though, so I'll see if I can do something about that in the future. Anyway, but yeah, the ones I find they're gonna be the most important for people to generally get are, like, for regular tiles, you're gonna want to go for the bomb towers and the ninja monkeys, and probably the ice tower. I mean, those are like those are some of the best ones, and if you do water tiles a lot, you're gonna want buccaneer. If you're a banana farm user, farms for you. And for this general gameplay, like just all around, you're gonna want all three of these, really. I mean, those are gonna be like some of the really important ones. Like stuff like the glue and the sniper and the apprentice and stuff, like they're nice, but I don't really see those being game changers for people. Stuff like being able to have ice pop everything that is in the blimp, I mean that's pretty huge. But chances are very few people are probably ever going to get to that point, so I mean, probably not gonna be a huge deal anyway. Oh well. But yeah, that's basically my overview of all the monkey knowledge stuff. It's pretty exciting, and I do hope to get more in the future. It's just, I don't know, this always feels like something that should have been implemented at the start of the game. It would have been more effective that way, but I mean, that's just my opinion, though. I mean, I like to think the opinion's right, but I don't know. But yeah, overall, though, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this update and stuff like that. So, at the end of the day, that's all that counts, right? And I'll see you folks later.